Ready? What are you doing?
Nothing.
You don't get to see the screens.
Honestly, how big my head was compared to yours.
You got a small head though.
I do have a small head.
If as long as we're on the same line, we'll have the same size head.
That's better.
I'm like a foot behind you.
Wow, that's how big your head is.
I know. If you saw yesterday or the vlog the other day, I don't know how I'm scheduling this, you would have met Jamie.
Hi.
Again.
I'm back again. Day 2.
And today we're going to talk about travel films.
Yes.
Oh, rad. Okay, let's play the intro and then we get into it.
Is that how
Have you seen the vlogs? When has that ever happened? Hey guys, so yes, this is Jamie, this is Aaron, and we're going to talk today about Madagascar.
Yes.
And everything that went wrong.
Huh?
So Jamie and I went to Madagascar last year. And we made a documentary about chocolate. Jamie's chocolatier. Chocolate comes from Madagascar. We worked with some amazing people out there.
If ever going to Madagascar, need a tour guide.
Yeah, talk to us, we'll hook you up.
Definitely.
And
was that the positives over?
pretty much, yeah. It was an incredible experience.
Yeah.
And out of it, we've made an incredible trailer / film that we're pitching for various things. But it wasn't all simple, was it?
No.
In fact, nothing was simple when we were there.
Yeah, nothing actually. Yeah.
It was problematic before we even got there.
Yeah.
But let's just ignore the logistics before, because A1 has that. Let's just focus on when we were there. So, day 1, we arrive at the hotel. I've lost my tie mics.
Oh yeah. I can't believe you lost your time. Yeah.
So, I bought a bag from TK Maxx, I think. And
it was so flimsy.
yeah, I know, it's so flimsy. But it was foldable, you pack it down. So in my mind, but I could put my ICU for my camera bag in there and carry it around without looking suspect. Here's the problem. Frickin' ripped, didn't it?
Yeah.
Tie mics fell out.
Day 1 it ripped.
Day 1 at the airport.
That's crazy.
So day 1 of a 3-week shoot and I lose my tie mics.
To be fair to you, you didn't panic too much. You could have very much broken down to a lot, into tears, and because that was the whole trip, was going to film and have got your mics. But you kept your cool and you just went, it's one of those things.
Yeah, I think that's really important though.
I think your experience from your previous work.
Yeah, from all the other times no, but I think because you should always have a backup, and I had the same mic I'm using right now, a Rode Video Mic Pro. So whilst the film isn't anywhere near as polished on the audio side as I would want, it's very much usable, and I had another option. And I think when things go wrong like that, you got to look on the positive. You can't not.
That's good that you already packed another mic. You already had a second plan B as such.
Yeah.
So yeah, very good.
It's just a shame that that's not where the bad luck ended, isn't it?
That's just the start.
Yeah.
The thing is with Madagascar, it's very difficult to get around, so you kind of needed to have an agency or a tour guide to help you around the country. Were very lovely, very nice, and they did really well. But when it became to paying them, it was quite difficult to, one, get any money out. Then we had to pay them in local money.
The problem was, before the trip, we couldn't establish how we were going to pay them.
Yeah.
And they didn't seem to, their English wasn't great. So we assumed that we would do a bank transfer when we get there, and that's our bad. Equally, who carries around like 2,000 euros with them?
Crazy. I mean, that's the problem. So we thought we were going to pay via backs, and then actually we need to pay in cash. But then you can't actually just walk into Madagascar and ask to take out 2,000 euros. So it just doesn't work like that.
The most amount of money you can get out in one go is £250. We spent the first week every day withdrawing money, getting charged extra because you're at an ATM. So yeah. But the thing is, in Madagascar, their highest note is
10,000.
10,000, which is worth £2.50, isn't it? Yeah. So you can imagine, at the end of the first week, we handed over 4.5 million area.
Yeah.
Which is not something that anyone wanted to carry around.
I've never seen so much wads of money in my life.
And yeah, I'm sure we counted it right.
Yeah, we counted it right.
So the lesson there is to always sort out the money before you get there. It's easier when you're in your own country, you've got your own bank.
And you take it for granted in this country that everything's so easy to sort, in terms of banking.
Number 3, I would say probably health, kind of came into it quite a bit. I mean, it's going to be the same in any time you go to a country that you're not used to. The malaria tablets kind of knocked us both a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And then
some more than others.
Was that day 5 where I really had a bad stomach?
I can't remember a day you didn't. You know, the decision to keep taking them even though you're not ill is the right one, even though you are ill, because if you don't take them, you end up getting malaria.
Yes, I was thinking about when would the next stop be in terms of going to the loo. Quite often.
There's a lot of bumpy roads in Madagascar.
There's a lot of bumpy roads. And also the malaria tablets make you dream heavily, and dreams are really vivid.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
and
that.
it's like so realistic, so you wake up actually thinking, did that happen?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's for the worst side, even though.
Yeah.
So I think I've blanked out a lot of stuff. So I think you're going to tell me.
We got to GripUp, which is a tiny little village town thing. The hotel, there's one hotel there. Very friendly people, but I mean, Andrew, our tour guide, ended up sleeping in his car because he had such a poor room. And I realised at that point that no one else in the world knew where we were. We had no Wi-Fi, no
That's
signal.
True, yeah.
We ourselves didn't even know our actual itinerary in terms of the actual locations.
No, we didn't actually. Yeah, so we even we didn't know really actually where we're going to end up.
And like, you know, if we'd gone missing, our families wouldn't have a clue where we were. I think.
Yeah, and that's a good point actually, because there was no signal. We didn't actually realise we were going to end up at that destination.
It didn't necessarily be something that went wrong, but something that I felt added to the stress that we were already under because we were trying to figure out the money situation, not very well. I lost my mics, and on top of it all, we're trying to make a film that actually we were spending a lot of time on the road, getting to places, not spending much time filming. So it was time pressured, health pressured, money pressured, and on top of that, we were just us.
Yeah, and we were exhausted.
Oh, mate.
We were exhausted from like day 2.
Yeah.
And we were so tired, but it's an interesting one because Madagascar is a lot bigger than you actually realise. It's the 4th biggest island in the world. But so yeah, I don't think we quite realised actually logistically how long it's going to take.
Yeah. The next stop we went to, Ambanja.
Oh yeah, see, I've blanked that out as well.
At this point, we'd relaxed a little bit, felt a little bit more comfortable, and we got there, got out of my film gear, walking to the hotel in the city, like, yeah, everything's great. And then we walk up the stairs. So imagine like a courtyard motel, and you walk up these iron stairs, and our door to our room is made out of like glass sheet thing, where the lock had clearly been broken into before.
Oh, look at this! What? It's already been broken into.
So the bed hadn't been made or anything, not the biggest issue in the world, but like blood on the wall.
Oh god, there was blood on the wall, wasn't there?
A little bit terrifying with the glass broken.
But that
door.
could have been like just a bug on the wall and someone just went bosh.
Could have been.
Yeah, that was my story.
that would have been fine if that's where it ended. But then our tour guide, very nice guy, we said, is it safe here? And his reply was, it's not safe. And we went, oh, okay, tell us more. And he told us about when he was a security guard for a hotel, just up the road.
Just down the road, yeah.
Was it attacked and robbed? Not robbed, but...
It was gunpoint, so he was on the door.
But he didn't have a key, did he?
No, he didn't have a key, no.
In fact, he'd actually fallen asleep on duty.
Yes, so he was very surprised when he woke up.
But he ended up in hospital, didn't he? I think he got hit around the head with the butt of the gun. Yeah.
So that was a story he didn't necessarily need to tell us.
But the thing was, then we later learned that actually he didn't understand the difference between the word safe and not safe. He thought it was the same thing. So the next day when we drilled into it a little bit more, because we actually ended up like barricading the door. We slept in the same bed, and halfway through the night you went, I was someone at the door.
Oh no, I swear I thought there was someone at the door.
There probably was walking past to their room.
No, they're just standing there. And then I'm sure they put a hand on the door.
There really wasn't.
And then we were talking about who was going to hit the guy over the head with the tripod and who was going to grab the gun. I think you could swing better or something. I think you could hit him.
Yeah. That threw us, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like, big. I think
it did.
Because we were walking up, after the story, knowing it's not safe, seeing the hotel room, we walked up this dirt track at night, all the way to the top of a mountain. Beautiful view.
Yeah, beautiful, stunning.
Through all the town, so everyone could see us.
Just couldn't appreciate it.
Yeah, both of us were stood there just like, this could be the last one.
This could be our last night.
And it sounds really dramatic, but when you're there, you're just you two, no one knows where you are, and you're in this vulnerable situation, it's mentally very hard traveling. And making a travel film, you think it's all glamour, but realistically, you know, you're taking out camera gear, you're making a bit of a show of things, and it's hard to. You have to try and enjoy it as much as you can, but you have to be prepared for the side you're not going to enjoy.
Yeah, totally. I don't think we were quite prepared for that.
And I'm sure you do get.
I wasn't.
Yeah, but you do get trips that you do enjoy the whole thing. But I think it's quite common to often have a trip where you don't.
Definitely in travelling. And the thing is, a lot of people, when they do travel films or travel vlogging or blogs, actually, I think most of them just put out the good stuff. And as much as that is very nice, it's a bit of a falsity about what travel is, really.
Yeah.
And actually, all the other stuff is part of it.
I hadn't actually got much drama, much conflict in there because I was focused on the good stuff. So
yeah, that's a good point. Actually.
Going forward, you know, remembering to make a note and actually film the bad stuff just so you can use it. If you want
I mean, I got stopped by the police a couple of times.
But luckily
taxi driver as well.
Yeah. But our tour guide happened to know the commission of the police, so got the policeman in trouble.
Yeah. We could have actually filmed a lot of the conflict as well, and we'd try and make this really nice video, but actually it would have been good to film the other stuff as well.
Yeah. I think we did all right until the end, where we got back to the capital and realised there was a breakout of the plague, the Black Death.
Yeah.
You know, we'd booked to go see an orphanage, actually, because something that I'd really wanted to do was a bit more of a social... I don't know what the word is here, but it was also the day that we found out about the plague.
Yeah.
And we were a little bit nervous because everyone said don't leave your hotel room. And when we got to the orphanage, they said 2 of the girls had gone to hospital with a sore throat.
Plague symptoms.
Pretty much. And then when we get to the airport, they were screening. I mean, it wasn't anything too severe. It was just like a thing on your
temperature,
neck.
Temperature, I think.
Yeah, but it was just that thing of like, okay, so we've survived the whole trip of all the disasters, spent far much more money than we wanted to, you know, got far iller than we were expecting, and then at the end of it, we realised that by the time we get home, we might still actually have something from Madagascar.
We might have the plague.
Yeah. and we both got back to England feeling like it wasn't over.
God, yeah. And we still couldn't actually get over it, could we? Yeah.
No, because when I got back, I felt quite ill as well.
Sort of chesty, headache was a symptom, feeling sick.
You were very scared, weren't you?
I was, no, I was scared.
You were like, Aram, I think, have I got the plague? Have I got the plague?
That's on the toilet. I was convinced that I had it at one point.
Despite all of that, we did have an amazing time and see some amazing things, didn't we?
Yeah, totally. I saw some amazing things, met some amazing people. Rest of it.
All right, I think that's enough chatting from us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to try some of Jamie's chocolates, link below. Buy them; they're so great.
There you go. Link up.
Yeah. There's links everywhere. Just look around the screen. Okay. All right, mate. Thanks for coming.
Cheers, man.
No, you gotta go all the way to the screen.
I don't damage anything.
No, it's a crap lens anyway.
All right. Bosh.